Hello to all my successful, unique, and innovative friends, and welcome to day two of this. And we're going to discuss the $1 million strategy. Yesterday we talked about what's required, what you're going to need, mindset wise, what marketing really truly is, effective marketing, and as well as some things you need to carry on along with you as you progress and become more successful. We give you the ingredients on how you become more and more successful, which was that committing to becoming a lifetime student. But today we're going to talk about the $1 million strategy. All right. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about why this whole online thing. Why should we do business online? Haven't people been successful with the traditional offline methods? Well, first of all, the audience that's available online is astronomical. I mean, literally, we at the touch of our fingertips, we can reach the whole world. We can reach the whole world. We can have a worldwide platform with the clicks of a few mouse, typing a couple words. We can access the whole world, and the accessibility of it, due to the software and technology, has been easier than it ever has been. I mean, I've met more people in my lifetime than people who've lived 5 times longer than I have. Nobody's lived like 10, 20 times longer. Well, maybe they have, but anyway, people who've lived to be 100 years old have not met as many people as I have met in my short lifespan that I've been doing business online for the past 6 years. Okay, I've come into contact and marketed to well over 1 million people. Well over 1 million people. That's impossible, to do without the power of the internet, and especially for the budget that I use. Okay. All right, but that's why we do it online. It gives us it gives us a worldwide audience, and the accessibility to do it, and the amount of time to do it is unheard of before online the whole technology craze started. Now here's the $1 million strategy. Do we lead with our primary business opportunity? Do we lead with the main thing we're offering? No. Do you lead with your product? Or information about your company? No. Why is that? Because everybody else does that, okay? And the market is saturated. There are so many competitors out there. So we have to differentiate ourselves to stand out. Now, how do we do that? By doing something that everybody else isn't doing, which is leading with value, which is information and tools that will better the individual. Not the business opportunity yet, but something that's going to better that individual. And what this does is it demonstrates your knowledge and ability to lead. All right, and it also shows them that you care, because you're actually putting your money and your time where your mouth is. You're not just saying how much you care about them and then charge them $1,000 for something. No, you're actually giving something away to them that can help them and benefit them and better them. All right, the best way you can show people that you care is by demonstration. And that's what you do when you lead with value. Value that nobody else is offering. Value that everybody else is charging for. You hand that away for free, which we give you guys here at the Marketing Alliance Group to do. Now, what happens next is people like you because you help them. All right, they're impressed with your knowledge and your leadership skills. Even though they're impressed with you being hooked up with the Marketing Alliance Group and what we stand for and what we're offering people. Something that nobody else is talking about. They're impressed with that. You make a good first impression with them. All right, now one or two things can happen. They see you and go on with living their life, and you can just be happy. You planted a seed of value in somebody's life because it's going to come back to you. Or here's the desirable response that we put things together to do, which what it does at a very high conversion rate, and that's people want to learn more about you. They want to learn more about the Marketing Alliance Group. They want to learn more about what is it that you have to offer. They just want to learn more about you, okay, which is great. And we set up how you can present what you're doing and what you're standing for. We show you how to set that up and automate it, so you can just be communicating with thousands and tens of thousands, and one day hundreds of thousands of people at one time, communicating about you and who you are, and connecting with all of those people simultaneously. Very, very possible. Very possible. Now, and here's how you do that. This is the most powerful key, and that's using the autoresponder. All right, because people live and die by their follow-up, okay? Because everybody who you come into contact with isn't going to take immediate action. All right, that's just marketing 101. Everybody who you show the product to, you show what you have to offer to, they aren't going to take immediate action. So, what you have to do is have some kind of system of follow up, some kind of system of staying in contact with those people, and building a relationship with those people. Some people take a little bit more courting than others. Some just see it and they're like, wow, this is it. This is the best opportunity, and they sign up for it. Others, they might sign up a week later after being in contact with you, a day later, or even 2 years later. Had that happen. 2 years later, somebody signs up. I've known this person for years, and then just now they just decide to sign up at the making of this video. It's just amazing. But all of this, is thanks to follow up. Those would have been lost sales. All right. Now, if you don't know what an autoresponder is, it automatically sends out, I'm going to go through this very quickly, automatically sends out a pre-written set of emails you write in the order you want them to be sent out. I'm sorry, I had a little typo there. But you write these emails in the order you want them to be sent out. Like, I want this one to be sent out immediately, 1 day later, 10 days later, 100 days later, 2 years later. You can set all of this up, and we show you how to do that. And we actually give you guys this whole system of follow-up. Now, this is the ultimate definition of leverage, 'cause you communicating with, possibly hundreds of thousands of people on a daily basis with you applying very little effort. And they can be personalized with the people, using their names. I know some people's studies show that when you use people's names in the emails, it doesn't really affect the conversion rates. But my studies show differently. It does affect the conversion rates, so you can make it personal with the people. So, what about offline? You talk to me about the whole online thing. Well, we prepare you for offline marketing too, because we know it's important that you need offline communication skills. You need it. It's a necessity. That's why I got need capitalized. This isn't just something you can set in place, set it and forget it. No, you have to communicate with your people to keep your people. You got to talk to them. I mean, because all those people who tell you you can sign up without talking to people or do this or do that, they don't tell you they have a very extremely high turnover rate. That means that people don't usually stay, and they're constantly recruiting new people because so many people are dropping out. It's just like pouring water in a cup with a hole at the bottom. You got to constantly keep pouring if you want to see anything in there at all. If you stop pouring, then eventually everything's going to drain out of the hole. All right, that's why it's so important to have offline communications, which we teach you guys very, very on a perpetual basis and in great detail on how to communicate with your people. Now, what about offline recruiting? Now, I'm gonna just gonna tell you guys my method to the madness, because you have a small select group of people who have made a massive fortune, doing using offline recruiting techniques, talking to your family and talking to people in the grocery store and stuff like that. So I'm not going to knock it. I'm just going to tell you guys what I do. I come into so many people. I come into contact with so many people online on a daily basis. I don't really go out searching to do any offline recruiting. Now, but what I will do is, a couple of my friends or a family member asks what I do. I direct them online. So I don't really take the time and try to sit down and explain it to them. I just direct them online, and they can, walk through the whole marketing funnel at their own leisure. So I actually take the offline recruiting and direct them online. Okay, that's just my method to the madness. So to sum it up, I talked to you guys about the potential online, the audience as well as the accessibility of it. Gave you guys the $1 million strategy, lead with something that other people aren't leading, which is usable value. Talk to you guys about the most powerful key to success in the whole system, and that's the follow-up. And then I told you guys about the offline requirements, how communication skills are a necessity, and we're going to talk about those in great detail a little bit in this series and other series, and as well as other trainings that we have to come, ladies and gentlemen. So tomorrow or the next video, we're going to talk to you guys about the life source of your business, which is traffic. And we're going to talk to you guys about a couple of ways on how to generate traffic, and how the Marketing Alliance Group generates traffic, without applying. Well, I'll just save that, guys. I'll just save that for the next video. Well, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with that. Thank you.